So today's goal is to make it either halfway, or if it's anything like the last chapter, we'll just fly by it today. But today is a resting day, so it's the usual. Now, the first order of business, according to the guide that I'm looking at here, says the bonding events. We gotta talk to Toval and we gotta talk to Sharron, because they both have character notes. Now, I do not know where Sharron is. There's Toval, though. But yeah, the idea for today is to get through halfway through the act, if not the entire thing, depending on how long it is. And believe it or not, then we will be about halfway through the game. Sharron was kind enough to give us the official Ouroboros seal of approval on Ymir's defenses yesterday. Oh, goody! They might be number 1 on the guild's list of enemies, but everything I've seen out of her isn't worthy of our trust. I mean, I would hope so from what we know of her. She's more than just a regular maid. She is a super maid, and I would not want to mess with her. Still, the more time passes, the grimmer the situation here in the Empire gets. You're not kidding. Maybe it's time for me to square things up with the goddess just in case. What do you mean by that, Toval, and should I be worried? A little prayer couldn't hurt me right now. Maybe I should go and join him. Sure. If you're heading off to pray, I'll be happy to join you. That's the plan. Nice to have some company. There's something I wanted to talk to you about anyway, so I guess the goddess is smiling on me already. What would that be? Rean's first thoughts are like, oh no. I'm immediately dreading what I'm gonna hear. I'm kind of surprised you wanted to come and pray all of a sudden. You never struck me as much of a religious man. Well, 'cause I'm not, really. I only really come to church to pray before the big jobs. What brought you here today, then? You even need to ask? I wanted to pray for you kids' future, as well as the future of all of us in the Bracer Guild. Both to Adios and to my other goddess. Other goddess? Whoa, who's this other goddess? Kind of embarrassing question to answer, to tell you the truth. But she's the woman who has set me on the road to becoming a Bracer. Oh. It all started back in the day when I was still working for old Mitch. I ended up getting caught in some trouble involving an artifact, you see, and she's the one who helped me get through it all. If you don't mind me asking, what kind of trouble? Let's just say that's one experience I'll be happy never to relive. I was pretty skilled with arts even back then, but if she hadn't come when she did, I would have been a goner. She's a tad on the violent side, though. The kind of person who could take out a whole Jaeger corpse with her bare hands. Oh my god. She sounds psychotic. I want to meet her. I think a tad might be putting it lightly. Still, that was how we met, and she saw the potential I had when it came to arts. Thanks to her, I ended up finding my true calling. I threw away all the aliases I've been using up to that point, and just became Toval Ronander, the Bracer. And that's how I'm gonna stay. Until he finds himself a woman. And Rean's thinking that too. You could just say, well, that could change. Anyway, I guess what I'm trying to say is the people at the end of the day are the sum of their experiences. That's obviously a lot you don't know about your past, but that's not what defines who you are. What does define you are the choices you make, the paths you choose. That's what I think, at least. Solid advice to listen to. I honestly should, follow that advice, because I have often believed with how I used to be in the past, I feel like those moments had defined who I am today. And I've probably mentioned it before, and I apologize for those who have been here and are like, oh god, here we go again. But this is for future viewers. I was in fact bullied a lot, and trust doesn't necessarily come easy to me. And time again, everyone that I thought that I could trust proved to me in some form or fashion that I shouldn't have trusted them to begin with. And needless to say, it's left quite a nasty mark on me. I'm very distrustful, I'm very cynical. I don't have a bright outlook for the future, and I can't seem to move past all that hatred and the grudge because I feel scarred, to put it lightly. And that scar is the reason why I can't seem to move forward to embrace any new things that might come into my life, because I guess it comes down to I'm afraid to get hurt again. But that's just me. Toval. Oh god, another one who likes to head pat. Pat. Well, anyway, you've still got more of your classmates to find. And even then, you still got plenty of time to find exactly what it is you want to do with your life. But if you ever need any advice, you can always come talk to me. Thanks, Toval. I still have no idea what I want to do after all of us meet up, or after this war is over. But hopefully by the end of it, I'll have a better idea. There you go. I know there's no reason to necessarily keep repeating it, but it's just for the people who have not been here before. But yeah, his advice is good. Your past should not define you. It shouldn't hold you back. So if you ever feel like you're in that slump, just remember that it's the choices you make today that define who you really are, not the past choices that you've made. But I know as well as anyone that's much easier said than done. Because I know many people say, well, it's not that easy to forget, just move on. No, it's not. And I won't say it is. I refuse to say that because I know it's not. Where the fuck is it? Oh, she's in the kitchen. Of course she's in the kitchen. Where else would we find our lovely maid? Sharron! Hello, Sharron. Why are you doing the cooking, Sharron? I thought it might be the best way to make myself useful. Lady Schwarzer and I have been plotting out all sorts of culinary concepts that could aid with your father's recovery. She looks shockingly comfortable in our kitchen. Rean, she is a maid. I would be astonished if she wasn't comfortable in any kitchen. I never gave it much thought before, but seeing an Ouroboros enforcer staying in my house is kind of weird. Yeah, it is, and it's even weirder that you guys are kind of not, like, freaking out over it. I know I would. Is something the matter, Rean? Could I make your favorite dish or something of the sort? Lady Alisa is out shopping for ingredients at the moment, so it's not too late to put in any special requests. I would gladly leave deciding the dinner menu to the two of you. You would be just like a married couple. Oh my gosh, there it is again, the game saying, you should totally date Alisa. Whatever you want to make will be just fine. I don't know why I'm wasting my time worrying about her past. She's still our Sharron, no matter who she worked for. Well, I've got it on my mind, though. Maybe I should take some time to ask her a bit about Ouroboros. So this is kind of out of the blue, but would you mind telling me a bit about Ouroboros? If you can, anyway. I feel like I should learn as much about them as possible since we're almost definitely going to be facing off again. Goodness. I mean, he's got a point. This isn't the last time we're gonna be in contact with them. Would you be willing to accompany me onto the mountain path again? Huh? I mean, sure, but why? You'll see when we get there. Though, if we need some time to get ready, I can wait. Where are you dragging me off to? The maid has taken me away to a secluded area. She's going to replace Rean. Oh, a dead end? Uh-oh. I'm already not liking this. She's dragged me out into the valley in a dead end. With nobody else. Rean, I hope you told somebody where you were. What exactly did you bring me here for, Sharron? Is there something here I'm not seeing? This should be far enough from the village. Oh, that's totally not ominous. We wouldn't want to cause any trouble for anyone, Yo, yo, yo! I did not take you out here to fight you! What are you doing? Please draw your blade, Master Rean. Allow me to take this opportunity to give you a little due practice. But practice? Where did this come from? I'm sure you don't need me to inform you of this, but Ouroboros has chosen to support the Noble Alliance in their endeavors. The agents assisting them are incredibly powerful and skilled, much like the Phantom Thief. They're all that powerful? Should you choose to define the way you and your classmates fight as good, then the Society of Ouroboros is nothing short of evil. Trying to fight evil such as that head-on is pure folly. But I, too, am part of the Society. Perhaps by fighting me, you can discover something that will help you stand up to them. How will that work, though? Aren't they all different? So I would think each of them have their own unique traits and attacks and whatnot. And I think that will be far more useful to you than simply learning information about the group that may serve no purpose. I see. Alright then, I accept your challenge. No holding back, Mr. Rean. I need to see what you're truly capable of. I am actually fighting a maid out in the middle of nowhere just for shits and giggles, because that's exactly what this is. Again, I don't see how this helps, because from what I know, each member of Ouroboros is each uniquely skilled. Each skill they possess is vastly different from the others. So yes, she's opening the door to show us how she fights, but that doesn't necessarily help us with our co-workers. That was wonderful. It takes some impressive skill to be able to catch one of my steel wires in such a short period of time. I was only able to catch the one, though. If this had been a real combat situation and you were fighting to kill, I would have been torn to shreds long before that. Oh, that may very well be true. Still, you determinedly tried to find ways to turn overwhelming odds in your favor, never once given up. Seeing that was enough to make me believe this practice session was not in vain. God, I hope not, because... oh boy. I mean, it's not much of a spoiler that, yes, indeed, we are going to be, fighting the other Ouroboros members, but, at the same time. Do you mind if I ask you a question, Sharron? Why you do so much to help us when you're supposedly still with Ouroboros? It seems strange to be trained on how to fight against their members by someone who's a part of the group. The enforcers of Ouroboros are granted a certain degree of freedom in what we do. I simply exercise that freedom to choose serving yourselves and the Reinford family over Ouroboros. Though the fact that I'm a member of the society does not change, of course. So what if they took that freedom away? Would you oblige? That clears up approximately nothing for me. At the very least, I can assure you that you have nothing to worry about. Until this war reaches a conclusion, I'll fight alongside you and your classmates. That I promise. My love and my devotion are with only not Lady Alisa, but with each and every one of you. I swear to the goddess, I will protect and fight for you with all I am. Thank you. We'll be counting on you, Sharron. Always. Nothing would make me happier. Oh, boy. Imagine if Rean actually married Alisa. Oh, great, I get the world's greatest maid next to the most random girl in the existence. I'm gonna have this hot maid looming over me at every given moment. And if I make even the slightest wrong move, I am dead. Not exactly something I'd want. Clearly he could take care of himself, but you know, I don't want to fight you, Sharron. You're crazy. At least Rean has, actually, even if he gets older, I still don't think he has what it takes. Okay, so I have one more bonding point. Who should I use it on? I need to check really quick. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Who do I need to have a night with? And I promise it'll make sense in the future. Okay, Elliot, Eustace, and Alphen. Well, out of all of them, I can't even do Elliot, because he's not even on the list, I don't believe. So I'm gonna exercise my right. Well, you know what? I'll go visit Alisa. Or actually, maybe what I should do is... Who are my weakest bonds? Sharron, Claire, Tobal, 5 for Milliam, 5 for Gaius. Everyone else, okay, Alisa I don't need to hang out with because she's at 6. Gaius looks like he's the next one to, like, closely level up. So, Gaius it will be. There he is. Gaius! I've only been away from the Empire for a month, so I'm kind of surprised by how much I've missed it. What a great town to come back to. This village holds a lot of memories for Class 7. I can certainly say that. I'm happy you feel that way. Given that the people here are being gracious enough to host us show again, I'd like to give them something in return. I just haven't decided exactly what yet. Should I? Yeah, we should. That's the one thing I don't think we ever got to do in the first game. We've done field studies around all over the place, but I think Ymir was one that we never really got to do. There's mentions of it, obviously, but apparently one of their field studies was to go to Ymir, and I think it was the whole class. At least that's the assumption, because so far, every one of Rean's classmates have mentioned it in one way or another, but oh, it feels so good to be back here. And it just makes me think that they had like one whole group outing here. Why don't we help clear up some of the snow then? It hasn't been coming down that hard, but it never hurts to have a clean walkway. It's good exercise too. No complaints here. Let's borrow some shovels and get to work. Yee, get equipment. We finished that in record time. Thanks for all the help. Although it is still snowing, so I'm sure it'll build up again before long. I don't think it's ever stopped snowing in Ymir for as long as I've been here. Still, it was a good exercise, so it wasn't all for nothing. All that work warmed me up a bit, too. I wish I could say the same about my fingers and toes. I'm surprised you're not freezing with how lightly you're dressed, though. You think it's amazing how he's not freezing? I'm wondering how the girls are faring, what with them being in skirts and whatnot. Well, it's chilly all year round on the Highlands. We don't get snow like you find here, but I'm used to dealing with the cold. Oh, really? Well, if you say so. I mean, I'm fairly used to cold weather too, but I don't think living here all my life's ever stopped me from feeling the cold. Anyway, you all right with stopping by the foot bath to warm up a bit? Doesn't sound like a bad idea. Yes, let's go have a nice, steamy session over in the foot bath. This would be so cool to have in the center of town, though, not gonna lie. Rean's changed back to his normal clothing! This really is relaxing. It's a pleasure to be able to use the springs here again after our last visit. I think there are a few on the outskirts of the Highlands, but it's never been our custom to soak in them like this. Well, every country's different, I guess. There really is a lot to love about Erebonia. I still hope to bring my whole family here once everything's calmed down. Really? Toma, Lily, and Sheeta really did seem sad to see you go. You must be worried about them. Yeah. Nord's no longer in any immediate danger, but it's still difficult to rest easy with the war raging on. The sooner everyone can return to living in peace, the better. Ah, I agree with you there. Yeah. And when that happens, I want to show them more of this great country. Not tanks, not soldats, but the things that made me come to see Erebonia as a second home to begin with. Like the snow and the hot springs here. And this place is just one of many stunning places to see, each one rich with tradition. I really hope you can. I still don't know how much we can do about it, but we'll put our best foot forward so we can make that a reality. We know how much your family means to you, Gaius, and I hope we can help you reunite with them. Thanks, that means a lot. I mean, technically it has, it's just he wants to bring them to Erebonia. Oh my god, 51 points off. So close yet so far. Alright, what's next? So we need to go to the Plover. Yeah, Plover. Oh, look who it is. You've come at the perfect time. I have? I can't say those words fill me with anything but dread. Oh no. Rean, who's like, oh, I'd love to help everyone, but secretly is like, oh no. God, these people can't do anything without my help. It's always something. Why would that be? I never cause anyone any trouble. Yeah, of course you don't. Well, anyway, as I was saying, now that we've got so many students here, I was thinking of treating them to this village's specialty to welcome them. We have a specialty? Rean, you live here! You live here, Rean, for shame! Of all the things to say, for shame! Of course we do. We have the what? The manju? The Eastern confectory that Mr. Kai-Fi brought here. Oh. I may have been the one who decided it's the village's specialty, but the decision's been made and it is final. Okay. Right. Anyway, so that's what you're going to make? That's right. There's just one teeny tiny little problem. I'm missing one very important ingredient to make them, and I can't seem to get my hands on it. Which one? Azuki beans. You wouldn't be able to get your hands on some for me, would you, Rean? Well, I can see why you might have trouble getting them. They're not exactly well known here in the Empire. This might actually be a pretty difficult. But I guess it couldn't hurt to try. What should I do? Let's help. Well, admittedly, I'd like everyone to try some manju too. Alright, I'll give it a shot. As uncommon in Erebony as they are, people do use them from time to time here. So someone somewhere is bound to have some left over. I suppose the best place to start would be with the people who do a lot of cooking. Yay! That looked like a melodramatic, like, yay. Well, good luck with your search. I will do that in a minute, but I need to buy. Okay. I don't have to buy nothing. Ba-da-bum-bum-bum. So that's check. That's check. Talk to Masha and Ymir house to receive gambling. Gambler check, not gambling. Talk to Claire. Alright. Where was Claire? I know I just saw her. That's not Claire. Oh, wait a minute. Is she up here? Let me up here. Yeah, there she is. Nice to see that Milliam hasn't lost any of her spark. Even though we really had our work cut out for us back in Nord. I'm glad we managed to resolve the trouble there. Speaking of Nord, I should probably ask. Do you know anything about the Altina girl? Like, why she and Milliam both have the weird puppets and the same last name? I do. Unfortunately, all my information is property of the Intelligence Division, and as such, my lips are sealed. But to be blunt, telling you would only serve to confuse you, and we can't afford to have your mind anywhere else right now. Fair point. Oh, what you guys whispering about? Wait, I see what's going on here. Hushed whispers, staying close, working together. You two are dating, aren't you? Excuse me? That's your definition of dating? Milliam, never change. Never change. So the first place I need to go is the head chef foreigner in Northeast. So in the Phoenix. Okay, I could do that. He's right here. While I do this, I do want to make a mention that I did not stream to YouTube today. Why is that? Well, the quality I've noticed is lacking. And despite my best efforts, I can't seem to increase the quality. Now, I have been looking around for alternative ways to multi-stream, but as my computer is, unfortunately, those options are very limited to me because I am streaming straight from a laptop. I have a capture card attached to my PS4 to my computer, and I have a program with my VTuber on, and that's kind of already pushing it. But to use the programs that these other people are talking about, or plugins to OBS that help do this, unfortunately it wouldn't work for me because it would tax my computer even more. And unfortunately, I can't quite do that. Because I still need this computer because it's basically my work computer. So in due time, you'll see that I'll be removing the YouTube chat option. And that's primarily, again, because I'm not going to be streaming to YouTube. However, I want you all to know that that does not mean I'm not going to upload videos there. I'm going to make it a habit that after every recording session, I'm going to be posting the VOD straight to YouTube right afterwards. So it will still all be together, just not the way it has been. which might be a blessing in disguise, because despite what I've done, I could never increase the quality. And sadly, I've noticed it kind of played a hand in